Hey guys, how you guys all doing out there? This is Jordy, Carving Fusion. So oh boy, this is a standard birdhouse. It's the last one I have left. This is one that Pete Blair made for me. Let's see here. It's 5.5 inches, basically say 6 by, I don't know, like 16 inches long. This is 1 by 6 cedar. It's the 2-inch stuff. It's the thicker stuff. This is the last one that he's made for me. Because he got sick of making them. And tell you the truth, I got sick of carving them. That's why this one is not carved yet. And this hole is drilled for native birds. So no foreign birds can get inside that little tiny hole. Only native birds. So you guys, as you guys' wood carving progresses and you get better and better and better, more people will want you to carve things and carve things and carve things. Well, about a month ago, my buddy called me. He's like a family friend. I grew up with him and his family and his younger brother. His name's Gordy Burnside. He called me. He's like, "Hey, Jordan, I'm in Ladner." He doesn't live in Ladner anymore, but his parents and brother still lives here. He's like, "I'm in Ladner. I got," and he does follow my YouTube channel. He's like, he's a woodworker himself. He does like floorings and wood floor stair nose things. And he's like, "I got a birdhouse. Can I bring it over and maybe you can carve it for me?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, bring it over." So you guys, like, okay, here you go. Look at this. Look at the size of this friggin' birdhouse. I gotta set it up, so. Let me just see here. Okay. Birdhouse? What do you mean birdhouse? That's more like a bird mansion there, Gordy. So I'm like, what the hell is that? You guys, he has a nice yard. He has bought some of my pieces and I gave him some of my paintings and stuff like that because he's like a family and I want him to have it, right? So, but he brings us over. What the hell is that, man? What do you want? What do you want me to carve on that thing? It's not a birdhouse. It's a bird mansion, man. Like, let's see here. He's like, "Oh, I just used my scrap pieces." So it's 10.5 inches long by, let's see here. This stupid little tape measure. Sorry, guys. Shitty cameraman. Fire him. 23 inches high. And look at this. It's got windows in there. And it's 1 foot long. There's the length. So I'm like, look, there's the window. It's even got little mesh in there. Like, what is a bird mansion? You might as well just cut it open and make it a chicken house. Boy, oh boy. So, like, you know, people don't understand that if you're going to carve, because he wants me to carve a wood spirit on here, right? If you look, he's even got a thing here. I'll pull this out later. This is so cows can sit on it, okay? A cow can sit on this and eat the eggs inside here. That's what that's for. Or even dinosaurs can, dragons can fly on it and sit on there. Anyway, so I'm not talking too much. How do you make this proportionate? It's too wide. The beard needs to be longer. So you guys got to figure that out. So he gave me the idea. So I said yes, I'd carve it for him. You guys, look at all these little tiny little brad nail holes in here. I'm going to hit those. I'm going to hit those nails. I should have said no is what I should have said. That's what I should have said. I told him no a couple times. He's like, "Come on, buddy, I want to have it in my yard. My neighbors will love it and this and that." And I should have fucking said no. Pardon my language. Okay? So anyways, I said, "Gord, it's too wide. I can't, it will look stupid. I'm going to spend like 6 hours carving this stupid thing." And so anyways, he's had the idea of like putting a cloak in here to make the face a bit thinner. So that's what I'm going to do. So anyways, guys, instead of me just talking and being pissed off, I just want to show you guys and say, you guys, more people's going to come your way and want you to carve things. But make sure you see a picture of what they want you to carve before they even bring it over. And don't be afraid to say no. Me, I should have said, I can still say no. But anyways, I'm going to carve this. I'm going to use my foredom, okay? My foredom industrial flex shaft. Most of you guys won't even probably want to watch this video because I'll probably be pissed off the whole time carving it. So, this is my foredom here. So, I'll switch out between the hand pieces. And I will use my my Merlin too to do the top. This beard's going to come down here. I'll take it outside with the chainsaw and carve it out after, because when I carve this thing, it's going to be sitting like that. And I could just sit here and carve it, right? I probably won't even be able to film carving it because look, there's my camera holder. How am I going to be able to film carving this thing? Damn you, Gordy. Okay, so it's going all right so far on this big, silly, it looks like a sumo wrestler right now. That's what I should make you, Gordy. It's a sumo wrestler. You see these things I had to carve on here? It's these goddamn brad nails, I'm telling you. Oh, boy. What a pain in the butt. Royal pain in the butt, guys. Okay, so I've been working my ass off on this. You can see how much bulk material I've gotten rid of. This is Western Red Cedar, if I didn't say it. This is 2-inch, okay? So the goods and the bads about this piece so far. The good stuff is it's Western Red Cedar and it can be soft, but it can also be hard. You know, this is wide grain cedar. So the grains have hard spots and soft spots in the cedar, and it really affects you when you're power carving. Okay, and the bad stuff about this is all these friggin', there's about another 10 more of these braid nails that I had to pull out. That's okay. He's going to get the bill for each $50 for each one of these things I pulled out. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, oh, another thing. Okay, what I'm going to do next is work on the eyes and the nose, okay? I want to say that my Dremel carver here, my hand piece, this is a human hair, guys. Okay, I'm gonna set up my camera in the tripod and show you guys what I'm talking about. Human hair. I can't replace this burr now; it's stuck in there. So just hold on a sec. Okay, so this is a good thing for you to guys remember, and I talk about it lots in my videos. This pin here is your locking pin. Okay, it locks that when you go to use your wrench and pull out your burr and change your burr. But there's a metal shaft inside here. Okay. Inside this plastic, this pin goes into a hole in the metal shaft and it locks it up and you can turn it off. But when you guys are carving and you guys are resting your finger on that pin, okay, it's slowly making the edges for the inside of your shaft rounded, okay? So now watch, when I push this pin in with all my might, here, lock it in place, watch, listen. Okay, it's locked in place. I'm pushing that with all my might, and I'm going to try and turn this burr off. This pin just pops out because the edges of inside of the shaft are worn out. So you guys, when you're carving, do not have this pin resting on your finger. I know it's hard to remember, but always have it out, not like this, on your finger, okay? So I can't change this burr unless I take this whole thing apart and stuff. But that's okay, guys. You always got to have extra parts around. Got an extra one. I'll just swap her out and we'll start carving again. Yep. I also wanted to say, keep your old hand pieces, right? There's lots of parts that you'll be able to use in the future projects. I don't have time to take this out right now, but I'll do it another day. And you guys, when you get your new flex shaft hooked up to your Dremel, turn it on. Let it run for a bit. It needs to work. All the grease inside here and all the bearings and stuff need to work themselves in. So just let it run for a good minute, right? And you'll finally, the speed will pick up, okay? Let's see here. See how it's not running that fast right now? because it's breaking in. It will slow, everything will break in and it will slowly pick up speed. You can hear it. You hear it picking up speed? Anyways, that's run it for a good minute or two. Okay guys, so that will be it for me for today. You got to know when enough is enough. Hit up there underneath the roof, that I decided I'll make that into hair. And you can see here, like he's got screws from the roof going all the way down in here. And there'll be one in here too. And he also has screws, before he put the roof on, he put a screw all the way down here. And you can see the end of it right there. And same with here, you can see one right there. He started it right there and it came down here. So that's what you get, guys, when somebody that doesn't carve makes you something. They don't know. My buddy Gordy didn't know like where he should put the screws, and he just put this together quick and hopefully wished I could carve it. So I want to take a second here too, and I do this once in a while in my video, is talk about something. And that's for all the new artists out there, and well, it's forever. It's for whoever out there. It's like, you guys' opinions. Don't listen to people's opinions unless you ask them for their opinion, right? Like, opinions are bullshit. You know, like, it's good to put your, like our Carving Fusion World of Wood Carvers group on Facebook. It's good to put your pictures of your carvings there, and you're new and you're unsure of something. Put your picture up there and ask for opinions. How could you make something better? But the people that just automatically give their opinions, well, I don't think that's right to do. I never, ever, ever just give my opinion. I don't think it's right to do. I don't, like, opinions are bullshit to me. And like I say, guys, they're like, everyone's got one. They're assholes. So opinions are a joke to me. And most people that give opinions without you asking for their opinion, most of those people don't think before they talk. So don't let their opinion affect you. Don't, because
there's actually three things. They don't think before they talk. They're shitty artists themselves. Or they're jealous.
So you guys try your best not to give your opinions on things if people don't ask. Because, you know, I see some stuff, I'm like, what the hell was that person thinking when they made that? But I never, ever, 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 ever say my opinion. I'll say, it's a great job. It's beautiful. You know what I mean? It is beautiful because you're trying. I love seeing in the Carving Fusion group on Facebook, I love seeing people, my favorite thing on that group is to see people's first wood spirits, because it just lets me see. I know that I was there one time, and I like to see their progress pictures because I can see that they're trying and getting better and better and better. So guys, opinions, unless they're asked for, don't give them. That's just my opinion. Huh? Opinion for opinion?
Don't give them.
Okay, it's now a couple days after, and I have more time to work on this chicken coop. So, you know, I've had a little while to stare at it. I've realized that I need to take this cheekbone. This is when I start doing the refining, guys. Okay? So this cheekbone's lower. I got to take this down where this knot is. And this is lower than this, so I need to take this down. Because you guys want both sides to be kind of equal, right? It doesn't matter, but you can see there where it goes deeper than here. So I need to cut this out and feather all this away. That's because it's higher here and higher here, because that's where the knots are, and it's a lot harder wood than this stuff, right? So I'm going to get that done now, and we'll see what we're going to do next. I got the screws out from the roof, so that's one less problem that needs to be done. And I'm going to take this forehead back a bit farther too, to make, because this is going to be hair, so the hair kind of goes up and back. All right. Okay, guys, so moving forward on this, I got his cheek lower hair. I got all the pre-beard hairs. I'm going to do the beard hairs in 2 stages. I used my big Kutzall 1/4 inch on my foredom to make these big lines. Now what I'm going to do, oh boy, is use this little aluminum cutter. You guys can find these sets on my Amazon store listed below in the description. And this is an aluminum cutter. They come in sets of 10. and I'm going to go around and cut in all the beard hairs and the hair hairs in this. And so I'll see I'll see you, well, I'll probably never see you again because this is going to kill me. Okay guys, so this is where we're at so far. So I just want to say something because I was talking about how wide the grains were before. So when you get the super wide grains, like I said, like you can see a grain here, a grain here, a grain here. You get the hard, like the dark spots would be harder, and then the whiter spots would be softer. Harder, softer, like super hard, super soft. This stuff can get super soft. So this whole piece for me has been a battle, especially really in the eyes, because this eye is so soft in here, and then it's super hard over here, right? So you can see here, like you can, if you look at this, right, the side of the beard, you can see the hard and soft parts of the grain where it went soft and hard, how it's going like this. If you look, but it's okay, I don't mind that there because it adds to the texture of the beard. But you can see the grains coming down here, if you look. See what I mean? So when you guys get that kind of stuff, you got to be really light on your hand piece, because if you're going to carve heavy and try and get these beard hairs done fast, you're going to hit the soft spot and it's going to sink right in, and then it's just going to create chaos for your beard hairs. So anyways, what I'm going to do now is run around with my little flap sound. You guys can see on my playlist how I make these. This is emery cloth. This is the stuff I found in plumbing section at Rona or Home Depot. This stuff's really good, actually. It's lasted like a few good carvings. Okay, so you can see how I make these on my playlist. So I'm going to run around quickly and hit it with this flap sander. And I got to be super soft with it too, because remember, there's hard, soft, and I'm talking soft like a hot knife and butter, guys. That's how soft it gets, right? Okay. Okay, guys, so this is where we're at so far. You know, I just want to talk about something here quickly. I know I don't want to make this video too long, but when you guys are doing something like this, and it's for family or close friends, you know, from myself, I always try and do a better job. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to lower the price. And one more point I want to make too, guys, is don't ever be afraid to call your customer or whatever and say, listen, the price is going to go up a little bit more because there's all these different challenges in here. Like my challenges is the soft cedar, soft, hard, the grains. All those brad nails I pulled out, okay? You know, for example, like, look at this screw. Is that the one? Oh, one of them. Yeah, you can see there where I hit it with my cutter. So you wear on your tools. Look at all these screws I had to pull out, you know? Look at all this caulking in here that I had to carve out, right? You can still see it back there, but it's farther back. I had to carve all that out because I'm going to be giving this a real light burn, just to get rid of some fuzzies and add some textures and stuff like that. So you don't want to burn this caulking. If he can decide later if he wants, he's a good tradesman at woodworking and stuff like that. So he can decide if he wants to caulk this after again too, right? So never be afraid to call the person and say, listen, man, like I gave you your original price, but whoa. And if this is what you say, if they say, whoa, no, just say, okay, well, come and pick up the piece. Come and pick up the piece now then, because I'm done working on it. That's it. Simple as that. You know what I mean? Okay, so anyways, I'm going to pull out my Merlin 2. And you guys, this is not a heavy hands tool. When I'm using this tool, I constantly remind myself to be very light-handed with this tool, okay? You can see the cutter on there. It's just like a Kutzall. It's a 2-inch disc. This all has metal shafts in here. You don't want it, once you feel this tool heat up in your hand, put it down, let it cool down. This all has metal shafts and gears inside here, and you don't want to break them. If you're heavy hands with this tool, you're going to break it, okay? So I constantly remind myself. Anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut in all this roof, okay? Make it overlap so it's like higher point, higher point, higher point, higher point, higher point, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. And sorry I can't film much, guys, on this carving because it's just too big. Okay guys, so that's where I am at on this monster so far. Got the beard cut off. I got to do some more sanding. I got all the roof carved in. So, oh boy, this thing, like, look at the size of this thing, man. So now what I got to do is kind of, I'm going to burn this, like this roof here. So I want to sand it a bit before I do the burning, because if you leave it like rough like this and you burn it, well, when you sand it, you're going to get high points and low points. You guys, look at all the brad nails in here. Look, they're everywhere. Hit them all with my tools. I've just had enough of this sucker. I've just had enough. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to burn all under here. I'm going to sand it first, and then I'm going to burn it in the lower points, and then I'll sand it again to make the high points really pop, right? And I'm going to lightly just go really quickly over the face and the sides here where the mustache wraps around. And I'm not too sure with these windows yet. So this Gordy here that owns this birdhouse, he wants to use his own stain. He wants to use, which I think is the best out there. It's called Kutzall, Seekins. I think the kind he has is Seekins, but I'm not too sure of the color yet. But anyways, that will probably be, this video will continue for tomorrow. But what I'll do to make sure that it works fine, because he wants me to put it on and sand it like I do to get like a smudger to get the high points. But I'll carve some like fake whiskers into this piece here. Guys, look at the grain. Anyways, I'll carve some fake whiskers in this, and I'll try and stain it on this piece first to see if it goes okay. So I'm going to sand the roof, take it outside, lightly burn the face, burn the roof, and then I'll be back. Whew, I'm getting rushed. Okay, you guys can see it outside. I gave it a light burn, okay? Just a light burn, darker in the more shallow spots, like in the forehead where it's going to be dark in there, right? Because it's farther back. Okay, and you can see how much I burnt the roof. So not too much. So now I'm going to use my little flap sander, and I'm going to run around and hit it once more with that and give it some more highlights, right? Because if I burnt the high points like this, that's a high point. I want to sand that so it's brighter, okay? So I'll do that and I'll be back. Okay, so there I hit it with my flap sander again. Now you guys can really see just slightly burning the darker spots. Don't burn this. I'm talking just barely hit it. Okay, just barely hit it. See how it's darker in back there? So now I'm going to, I'm running out of time today. I might have to extend this tomorrow. But this is the practice piece that I got here, okay? Now I'm going to go grab the stain that he left, and he wants me to stain it like all his other stuff that he has in his house, right? He wants it all the same color. I'm going to stain this piece first and see how it looks. Okay, guys, so here's the brand, Seekins. It's Kutzall, okay? Multi-use translucent exterior. All this color is butternut. That's the color he wants it, so that's the color he'll get it. Lots of commercial fishermen on the seine boats and stuff, that's what they use for their wood, is the Seekins. In my opinion, the best out there is Seekins. It's hard to get a real clear color from it though. But like my eagle chair, I did it 3 coats on the beginning, like 4 years ago. It's still perfect. So the Seekins is probably the best stuff. Then I like to spar after the Seekin for outdoor stuff, right? Because this is an outdoor piece. So what I'm going to do is open it up, mix it up, and we'll try putting some on this piece right now. Whew. Okay, guys. So here we go. So what I do on most of my carvings is I'll put the stain on it. I think this is oil-based, this stuff. But anyways, I put it on. I have my way of doing it, right? I put it on. I wipe it off. I'm going to let this soak in a little bit longer than normal. I put it on. Okay, here we go. I put it on. I wipe it off with a rag. And then I hit it with my flap sander, because then that's how you get more high points. Whoa! That's how you get more high points, right? So I'm going to let this dry for a few minutes. And wipe it off. And hit it with my little flap sander again. Look at that. The chief got pulled over by the cops. Okay, guys, it's now the next day, and thank God the last day. So, you know, the way you can tell the true colors of your stain or oil, whatever you put on, let it dry first, because when it's drying, it can get darker too, right? So it's the next day. I decided I'd wait. Now, I like the color. I do. I want to tell you a quick story about my buddy Rob getting pulled over by the police there. It's quite funny. You guys know with like all this racist stuff going on there with the Black Lives Matter and all that kind of stuff. Well, Rob's a big native guy, native Indian, or a Native American, whatever you would say, native Canadian. So he went to the liquor store, got a case of beer. He walked out of the liquor store, and as soon as he started driving away, like a few minutes later, in a parking lot in the mall kind of area, a cop put his lights on, and because I live right behind a mall, cop put his lights on and pulled him over. I heard a quick siren, so I peeked my head out there. I'm like, what the hell's that? Looks like Rob's truck. So then I had to go outside and look. So yeah, he got pulled over. I called Rob after, and I said, what happened there? Well, why'd you get pulled over? He goes, man, I left the liquor store and the cop pulled me over. And I said, well, why? He goes, well, like Rob said, he said to the cop, he goes, well, why are you pulling me over? The cop goes, well, we're just doing a random checks on people leaving the liquor store with any alcohol. The cop's like, have you had anything to drink today? Rob's like, no, I just got off work. I don't think my boss would be too happy if I was drinking at work. The cop's like, oh, okay, well, sure you haven't had anything to drink? Rob's like, I said no. And Rob goes to the cop, he goes, are you pulling me over because I'm an Indian and I got some beer? So it's just kind of funny, like, you know, an Indian leaving the liquor store with some beer, and he gets pulled over, right? And it was perfect timing with all that hate stuff going on about racism and all that stuff. Anyways, I thought it was pretty funny. So let's get this done. Let's get this thing stained and see if we're going to, let's see how well the stain goes on. Let's see if we're going to sand the high points. Because remember, guys, this is super soft cedar, and you can see where I sanded the high points. It left kind of, because it's softer here, it left kind of like a straight line mark. So I don't know, we'll test her out. You know, you're already this far into the project. Why don't you just burn the whole thing? What does it take, an extra 20 minutes? Charge an extra $5 billion for this part. Oh yeah, you might as well paint the windows and make them look antique too. Yep. Okay guys, it's done. So the one on the right is the normal size birdhouse that I use. And this one is the dinosaur birdhouse, or chicken coop, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so this is like 20 inches. This, don't even ask me. I know it's this is 6 inches wide. This is 2 million feet wide. Okay, so you can see there the windows that I painted black and I scuffed them up. I burnt the whole thing. Beard goes down the side. I really burnt the roof. You can see how dark, yeah, like see, getting sawdust and stuff on here when the stain's not even dry. So anyways, guys, here it is done. So thanks for watching the video. And if you want to subscribe. If you want to like this video, I'd appreciate it. And we got the Carving Fusion group on Facebook, Carving Fusion World of Woodcarvers. We got a lot of great new beginning and pro woodcarvers in the group, guys. So just think about it, and hope you're all doing well, and thanks for watching this video. Now I can't wait for him to come and get this dinosaur birdhouse chicken coop out of here. Oh yeah, I can't find this piece. Oh no, he's gonna have to cut another one to fit it in there. Well, I'm sure he could do that, no problem. Anyways, Gordy, there's your birdhouse. Come and get the thing. Oh, one other thing I want to say too. I didn't flap sand it, because if you guys look here, you can see lines, right? See those lines? Those are the grain lines, okay? All those up and down lines. Now, if I flap sanded this to make it like the high points like I normally do, those lines would just get whiter and whiter here. So this wood is too soft for me to flap sand it like I normally do to make the high points come out, right? It's just too soft, so I think it looks good the way it is. I better stop talking, and I hope everybody's good. And all you guys are going to have a good 4th of July out there in America. Take it easy.